The deepest suffering comes not from what happens to you, but from your unconscious reaction to what happens to you. Carl Jung discovered that most human pain is self-inflicted, not through our circumstances, but through our psychological relationship to those circumstances. The moment you understand this, everything changes. Right now, you are probably carrying wounds that have nothing to do with the present moment. Someone said something years ago that still echoes in your mind. A rejection from the past still influences how you show up today. A disappointment from childhood still shapes your expectations. Jung called this psychological baggage our complexes, autonomous emotional patterns that hijack our responses and make us reactive rather than responsive. But here's what most people never realize. These complexes only have power over you as long as they remain unconscious. The moment you bring them into the light of awareness, they begin to lose their grip. The very act of seeing clearly what has been controlling you from the shadows is the beginning of your liberation. Jung taught that projection is the root of most human suffering. When you project your unconscious material onto others, you make them responsible for feelings that actually belong to your inner world. That person who makes you angry isn't actually making you anything. They're simply triggering something that was already within you, waiting to be activated. The anger was yours before they ever appeared in your life. This is simultaneously humbling and liberating. Humbling because it means you can no longer blame others for your emotional states. Liberating because it means no one else has the power to determine how you feel. Your emotional reactions are yours, which means your emotional freedom is also yours to claim. The path to becoming unafflicted begins with radical self-observation. Start noticing your patterns. When do you feel triggered? What situations consistently disturb your peace? Who are the people that seem to have the power to upset you? These aren't random occurrences. They're precise maps, showing you exactly where your unconscious wounds are located. Jung insisted that we must befriend our shadows, those aspects of ourselves we'd rather deny or ignore. Your triggers reveal your shadows. The qualities in others that most disturb you are often reflections of disowned parts of yourself. The person whose arrogance infuriates you may be showing you your own suppressed arrogance. The individual whose neediness annoys you might be reflecting your own unacknowledged dependency. When you stop fighting your shadows and start integrating them, something miraculous happens. The very things that once had the power to devastate you become neutral. You can observe them without being disturbed by them. You've withdrawn your projections and reclaimed your power. This doesn't mean you become indifferent to life or disconnected from others. It means you become centered in yourself rather than scattered by external circumstances. You respond from your core rather than react from your wounds. You engage with life from a place of strength rather than vulnerability. Jung called this state individuation, becoming whole, becoming yourself, becoming psychologically self-contained. When you reach this level of integration, nothing and no one can afflict you anymore, because you're no longer unconsciously giving away your power to external forces. The ultimate realization is this: you are not a victim of your circumstances, your relationships, or your past. You are the author of your own psychological reality. Every trigger is an opportunity to reclaim a piece of your power. Every disturbance is a chance to integrate another aspect of your wholeness. The moment you stop making others responsible for your inner state is the moment you become truly free. This is Jung's greatest gift to humanity: the recognition that psychological liberation is not only possible, it's your birthright. Stop letting the unconscious run your life. Take back your power. Become afflicted by nothing and no one ever again.